15 cents.
He backed out.
I mean, he was backing up. I don't know where he went.
Who?
But he was here.
Well, he's been gone all day. His wife.
Yeah, they had to bring his vehicle up here earlier, and he was trying to make it when he was here.
Okay.
She loved it. Hey, see, can we? Hey, Mr. Looks like you got a little sun on spring break. Been working on that boat? Playing on the boat?
Working on it.
Oh, no playing on the boat, huh? It was nice. It was real nice.
Well, it cooled off at night now.
Mm-hmm. We went down to Manio. It was really nice.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. We decided to stay an extra day.
We'll call the meeting order. Welcome all visitors and guests. Candace as a former president. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good approval of March 2nd, 26 meeting.
Make a motion.
Got a motion? Got a second, all in favor? Any opposed? Approval of April 13th, board agenda.
Make a motion.
Got a motion? Got a second, all in favor? Motion carried. Teacher attendance recognition.
Chair and members of the board, Jones County Public Schools continues to honor the school with the lowest average number of teacher absences each quarter. Teachers at Maysville Elementary had the highest attendance rate during the third quarter of this year. This time we'd like to present our traveling trophy to the principal teacher assistant from Maysville Elementary.
Oh, we'll get a picture.
Fight you.
You got it.
Yeah, okay.
You come dressed like that.
Well, that's for it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're smiling.
Turn the trophy.
Sorry. I know, right?
Thank you.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
You're out of order, ma'am. We can tell we all know who ain't living right.
Who took?
Me.
Who ain't living right?
I was about to get underneath here.
You ain't lying. Mr. Bird, I'll do that more.
All right. We go to discussion item A, spring 26 BLS update.
So, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, you know, your PLS update, some policies, just want to bring your attention. 2340, which revises the Robert's Rules of Order, and you'll see over there in the notes what those revisions are. If you recall, a few months ago, we adopted policy 4318, option A, which allows students to utilize their phones during non-instructional time. The caveat to that, or the new policy change, basically addresses students recording other students or employees in a way such individuals can be personally identified. So they're not allowed to record, take pictures, video, any student or staff member. And that's one of the revisions here. And then if there's any recording at a public event, they are permitted to do that. But if they're recording it, it has to be announced at the beginning that it's being recorded. So that's probably more information than you need at this point for the first reading, but just wanted to give you that. 4342 addressed student searches. And then 6220 basically prohibits schools from imposing administrative penalties on a student for unpaid school meal debt. So it goes into that. And then the newest one is policy 7325. And 7325 addresses video and audio recordings by employees. It addresses public event recordings, recordings of meetings or hearings, classroom recordings, consensual recordings of other employees, talks about secret recordings, recording students, and maintenance of records. And it's very detailed, as it needs to be.
And it's optional though.
This policy
7325.
7325.
Right. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's optional.
Yeah, so we don't have it.
All right.
Optional but recommended.
Yeah. That's, please.
Mr. Walker, any questions?
No, sir, thank you.
Mr. Griffin, please. Yes, we are. Ms. Burke.
No questions.
All right, department update.
Good evening. Thank you for each of you for being here. I have shared with you the department updates. One of the things I do want to highlight is educational programs. Our fifth graders will participate in 5 days of science and STEM focused curriculum at the Department of Defense Starbase Academy at Cherry Point. Our students are scheduled to attend this in the fall. This is a great opportunity for our kids to visit Cherry Point and the new Starbase located at the camp.
What was the date on that, Bob?
That's actually scheduled for October 2026. The specific dates will be given to us by the Department of Defense.
Thank you.
Ms. Burke, any questions? Any questions?
No.
Mr. Griffin? Mr. Walker?
No, sir.
All right, superintendent update and comment.
Our students did enjoy spring break, and I think many of our staff members did as well. March was a busy month at many campuses. I would like to highlight a couple of things that occurred during the month of March. First of all, MES Student Leadership Day. It was great to see our students hold high expectations for themselves and for their peers. They showed their voice. I know that many who attended were very, very pleased and impressed with the work that our students have done. Our county students, as far as our district goes, we had students attend the Jones County Historical Society of America 250 ceremony, where we had students read the Declaration of Independence and sing patriotic music. It was great. You know, as far as the Historical Society goes, they were very impressed with our students that attended and performed during the ceremony. Hallsville Elementary has been officially recognized as a lighthouse school. This is quite an honor. You know, there are less than 37 schools in the state of North Carolina that have achieved this event, which is quite a significant event. And now we're just waiting on Maysville's review come this spring to be on for the next day. Finally, NC Lottery filming. The NC Lottery Committee filmed at Jones Senior High School and Trenton Elementary School. Many of our students and our staff were able to participate. The students thoroughly enjoyed it. I know even the admin that were involved, it was a little stressful at the beginning, but they ended up enjoying it as well with all the production and the crews that went on. And that commercial is looking forward to being presented on television in May.
Okay. I was about to ask.
Looking ahead, this spring is filled with many events and student nights. Our next one is this Thursday at 6 p.m. It's TES Jones Senior High School Student Night. It'll actually be a science and STEM evening. in the Harry Brown Gymatorium. Last year, there was a significant amount of people that attended. It's open to all students throughout the county, whether they attend Trenton or not, or Jones Senior or not. So highlighting that for you to put down on your calendars. Our Special Olympics countywide will be held April 17th at the track at Jones Senior High School at 10 a.m. Maysville Elementary School Student Night, April 23rd at 6 p.m. We're looking forward to it. Oh, at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. Thank you, Dr. Gillis. Dr. Gillis, should we be excited?
Absolutely. Student-led conferences are taking place, and there'll be a free dinner.
Excellent.
5 p.m. That's 5.
5 p.m. And finally, Comfort Elementary Student Night will be April 28th at 6 p.m. Our students are really sharing their voices and leading with responsibility and holding each other accountable, which is exactly what we want to see.
Now, will you have had your review
No, ma'am. Our review is actually the 28th.
the 28th? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Seafood? I'm kidding. Seafood? The town's providing seafood, right?
Aren't you correct?
Bellemel's bringing shrimp steak, right?
That's called peer pressure, buddy.
That's right. You said I ignored it.
Yes.
Yes, sir. He's become very good at that today.
But most importantly, our students will be leading in conferences, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's-
Every grade level from pre-K through fifth will be doing student-led conferences that evening. So they'll talk through their goals that they've set for themselves, the accomplishments they've made throughout the year, and talk through their data.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you.
Good. Mr. Lawson, any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Griffin?
I got one question that kind of goes back to those, on the pre-K, I saw we had 55 students total. Do we see an increase when they go into kindergarten overall, or do we see a decrease? Do you know roughly
Overall, we see an increase.
an increase? That's all I got.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. All right, action item A, 26-27 Jones County Public School Board meeting schedule.
Board members, I've shared with you the proposed 2026-2027 school board meeting schedule. They all occur on first Monday of each month with the exception of September and January, very similar to this school year. At this time, I'm just requesting your vote for approval on that calendar.
Any motion?
Amen.
Got a motion?
I'll second.
Got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Action item B, modification to policy 7575 10.
Good evening, board members. Policy 7510 is the district's leave policy. Policy 7500 is the working overtime policy. And both of these policies address how the district is to use or manage the comp time and overtime of our employees. But what we found was that in some cases, our comp time hours were being accrued and once they reach a certain level, we have to pay that out. My recommendation was that we add into the policy, our workday and comp time policy, that our comp time be used prior to our ADL. And what this will do is we'll save the district funds, because if the comp time is allowed to accrue at the end of the year, we have to pay it out. And then we also, at some point, will also have to pay out a certain level of ADL. If we pay out comp time first, any extra ADL will just roll over into sick leave. And that will go towards that member's service time when they retire. So in an effort to try to save the district some money, I am requesting that we just add a statement in our policy that comp time will be taken before ABL.
This will be known as the Raby Act.
No, sir.
That's good. We couldn't do that.
Who's gonna make that motion?
Can I ask one just one clarification? Yeah, please read, would that, the blue and red language, would that all go at the end of each prospective policy? Or,
Yes, so the blue language is what is currently there,
and the red?
and the red is what I'm asking to add.
And it would be added immediately after?
Yes, yes, yes.
I'll make a motion to add the red language into the policy.
A motion,
I'll second.
got a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Way to cover your bases, Ms. Raven. Thank you.
I think that's the standard across companies anyway, that you must do the comp time first before. Yep. All right, 2026-27 school fees, students, fee schedule.
Yes, sir. For the school's fee schedule for the upcoming year, we're just requesting that 3 adjustments be made. On the prior year's fee schedule, the IT fees listed the recommended changes at the bottom. The iPad case with keyboard, cleaning, sticker removal, and the removal of asset tag. But those were very closely associated with other line items that were also currently there. So to minimize the items on the list, I am requesting that these fees, as they're stated below, be removed because those fees are already actually covered in other line items that have already been approved. So it just reduces the line items for the fees that are listed for the students.
So this page right here, is that the one you're talking about taking off?
Yes, sir. This schedule here at the very bottom, it contains the 3 fees.
75, 30, and 30.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
we're reducing fees, not increasing any.
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So you wanna take those 3 off?
Yes, sir.
thank you for,
I'll make a motion to remove those 3 too.
I'll say that.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Budget amendment number 6.
Yes, sir. For the budget amendment number 6, our amendments for this period reflect a net decrease of just over $1 million. And that decrease is due to the following. Primarily, there were small increases in our state allotment, there was a small increase in our federal allotment, and even our Fund 8. But the biggest change that's coming on this request is for our capital funding. So in prior years, we have had to record the amount that the county made for our lease payments for the new school building. Now that the county has fully assumed responsibility for that lease, we no longer have to carry that amount on our books. So I'm requesting that that amount that we budgeted at the beginning of this school year just be totally removed from our budget altogether because we are no longer responsible for reporting that in our financials.
But are they still retaining our money, our lottery money to make that payment?
They are using a portion of our lottery money, which they have done since we.
The whole time? Yeah, well,
Yes.
I understand that.
Yes, sir. They
So
will
they're still
continue.
gonna be using our money even though we're not gonna carry it on our books.
Yes, sir.
Does that sound fair to you? An opinion, just an opinion.
Yes, sir. Well,
Not an
I,
assumption, but an opinion.
yes, sir. I think it's fair because the building is for our school district. And the purpose of the lottery funding is to provide capital projects, improvements for our school district. And it's a very small amount. I think that they usually use about $166,000 every year of the capital fund.
But we don't get but about 300,000 on that, right?
Right, but I think over
That's a
years,
huge, that's over 50%.
yes, sir.
That's huge. All right,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make sure. Well, I mean, I knew how it was going on all the time anyway.
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to remove the, whatever it was. she
The
was-
budget
Budget
amendment.
amendment, approve
Approve it then, whatever. Approve it, move it.
it. Got a motion,
Second.
got a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? 26-27 planning budget.
Yes, sir. What I presented for the board to review and to possibly approve is the planning budget for the fiscal year 2027. This planning budget includes, our anticipated, funding for the next year, for each one of our fund sources. For our state funding, the amount that we have as the planning allotment is actually what the state has provided to us for their planning budget for next year. And it actually represents about 92% of what they anticipate, they will be receiving in state funding for next year. So the $11 million that you see for state funding reflects the amount that DPI will have available if no state budget is passed again next year. But if the state budget passes, then hopefully shortly between July and September, we will have an actual budget that we can actually submit as our final budget for the state. We do reflect that there is going to be a decrease, anticipated decrease in our state funding, and the district has, the district leaders have met regarding this, and we feel that we've taken necessary steps through attrition and through adjustments in other areas to accommodate the anticipated decrease in state funding that we're going to be receiving. For Fund 2, we anticipated an increase of $478,600, and that's a direct result of the negotiation, the agreement that we've entered into with the county for our county funding from 2026 through 2028. So those are it represents the exact numbers that we have agreed to with the county. For our Fund 3, we anticipate a decrease of $1 million. Now, even though that seems like a huge amount, the majority of the reason why we see this large of a decrease is because this year we received carry forward funding from the prior year. And knowing that that funding was not going to be recurring, we managed it in such a way that because we knew we're not going to get it again next year, we won't be impacted negatively by not receiving those funds in the upcoming year. And then a small portion of the decrease is just us not knowing what our federal allotments are going to be next year. So we try to take a conservative approach in planning what we anticipate we'll be receiving. For our capital funding, we anticipate a decrease of about $190,000. And if the board remembers, for the next 3 years, 2026, 2027, 2028, we are actually operating off of our capital fund balance. So as part of the negotiated agreement with the county, the funds that they held in reserve for us back in 2023, they actually released to us in 2023. That was about $1.5 million. So our agreement with them as we entered into 2026 was that we would use those funds for our capital funding for the next 3 years. And then after that, they would begin to give us capital funding again after that. So where you see that there's a decrease, it is because we are strictly using our fund balance for the next 3 years to fund our capital needs. Child nutrition pretty much we anticipate will stay the same. We did a slight decrease to account for the decrease in ADM. And then Fund 8 is mostly our grants. So we budgeted based on what we anticipated receiving in terms of grant funding. Does anyone have any questions over the planning information?
Ms. Raby, you said 3 years, what is that? Does that runs to 29?
No, sir, 2026, we started in 2026.
Yes, ma'am.
2026, 2027, and 2028.
Okay. But I mean, we start back in
Yes,
funding
sir.
from
Yes, sir.
29.
Fiscal year 2029.
Right. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
From the county.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, ma'am, for capital.
The capital funding resumes in 2029.
Yes, sir.
Good, Mr. Walsh.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Griffin, any questions?
No.
Ms. Field? Ms. Bird.
No, thank you for doing all the work to get all of this together for us. There's a lot in the news, of course. Have you heard anything as far as there being any type of settlement or coming forward with a budget or?
No, ma'am. I don't think anyone anticipated that we would go a full year without a state budget, but we have. So we've not received anything other than as soon as they know something, they'll let us know.
So it's mainly the state that's the hold.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all.
Any, this is gonna be pretty much the 26, 27 budget, right? And I know we had talked about not
Yes.
doing a planning budget. What was the reason about doing another one?
We have to do a planning budget by state law, by statute, we have to do a planning budget. We do not have to do an interim budget.
Okay.
So the agreement was we wouldn't do an interim budget, but in May or June, I forget which
June.
meeting, we would present the budget resolution.
Okay, is there gonna be like a formal budget presentation with what's in the budget? I mean, we're about to adopt the $17 million budget. We're gonna know, is it teacher raises, is it coaches raises, supplement, is it bus drivers? We will have a presentation on that.
Yes,
What's
sir.
in-
Yes, sir.
Need a motion?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor? Thank you. Public comment.
Mr. Chairman, no one has signed up.
Nobody.
Thank you, Ms. Reed.
Board comment. Ms. Bird.
Congratulations, Maysville. And it was a wonderful presentation by the students and the remarks from the community and the town board that was there in Maysville. Dan Ryan wrote something on the Maysville page of how impressive it was. It was phenomenal. Y'all did a great job. The kids did a great job. And there was comments there from some people, I don't really know who they were, and then there was a trooper that was talking about how well mannered Maysville was, that they didn't see that in other schools. So congratulations on all your hard work. We appreciate you. And hopefully you'll have a great, after you break, everything will go. We can get that A. Looking forward to it.
Way to crack the whip.
Speaking of which, would you like this as a souvenir?
Good.
Yes.
Only thing, Billy and I are on the rec committee, and to be honest, it's grown in leaps and bounds since this thing started, and dreams and aspirations that we wanted. When I go by high school and see what's in the short period of time, it's been funded, and it's gonna be ribbon cutting coming up, next week, I think it is.
Yes, Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Is it Monday?
At 10 and then 1. And the plans that's already for the second, phase of it, all the way to the 4th phase. And if this continues to grow, I mean, we're really gonna have a nice rec department in this county, which is definitely needed.
You got your speech ready?
No.
You're supposed to be speaking.
You are. The board chair is.
You good?
Are you on the rec board too?
No.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Field. Mr. Griffin,
No, I don't have anything.
Mr. Walsh.
Just happy with the progress. We're gonna be needing a broom so Miss Bird can police the area before we leave. Other than that, I'm good.
Good. All right.
You gonna help me?
No.
Motion to enter in closed session to discuss items that's on the agenda. Bingo.
I need a motion to replace this.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Got motion and second. All in favor? We're now in the closed session.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Congratulations.
Get out.
I think you just took years off my life.
Candace.
Yes. I guess everybody didn't get the memo. I was sitting here with it. I'm trying to get you all to do it.